This is the second drug testing video. We're going to go through, in this particular video, we're going to go through the process that you're going to follow as you do the actual test itself. I'm not going to do any urination in this part of the video, but I will walk you through how everything gets put together. Before going into the washroom with the individual that you're about to test, make sure you have assembled a box. These come flat, but they're very easy to assemble. And make sure you've put this together as a box and that you can, in fact, close it, like so. Right. That's very important. The second thing you want to make sure that you have, in addition to the box, which you will want to have open when you go into the washroom, is the urine drug test laboratory test requisition form, which you as the collector and the donor have both filled out. You need to bring this with you into the washroom because you are going to be using this part across the bottom where you have had the donor initial, and this is the safety seal. This is what provides a security that the sample has not been tampered with. And finally, you're going to need to have a kit bottle. This kit bottle is going to have inside of it a secondary bottle and a plastic bag. It's very important that this process be followed correctly because in the end, unless the sample is in a plastic bag which is enclosed and put into the box, it is illegal for us to ship the particular sample. So once you go into the washroom, you are going to do nothing yourself as the collector. It is up to the donor to do all of the work. You shouldn't even be handling anything. So you're going to first off, you're going to hold this material. You're going to hold the box, you're going to hold the drug test, and you're going to hand the bottle to the individual. The individual is then going to open this up. There's a little pull tab there, but of course is difficult for my arthritic fingers. And you're just going to take the top right off. Tell them to take the top right off and to put it to the side. You're then going to ask them to take out the bag, and they're going to hand you the bag, and you're going to hold the bag for them. Okay, and then what you're going to do is you're going to ask them to extricate from or to open the bag up, get it ready to go, and they're going to hand it to you in an open format. There's a little piece of protective material which is designed to enable or catch any spills that might occur. So you're going to then hold on to the bag. You're then going to ask them to remove the vial sample, and you're going to ask them to open it. Which they will do. And when they've opened the vial sample, they're going to hand that to you as well. You are then going to be holding the bag and the sample. The donor is going to take the pee cup, and they're going to pee into the cup. And you're going to watch them pee into the cup. As they pee, you're going to need to see them get to a fill level of approximately 45 mils, between 45 and 60 mils. So you need to get that much. There's little mil markers on it. You need to get that much pee. So it's very important that they've had lots of water to drink prior to you going into the washroom. When they fill it up to there, you will then get a chance to look at the temperature reading, which will be located across the strip located across the bottom. And you just want to look at it to make sure that it's in the correct range between 90 and 100. If it's not to worry about it. We'll just correct the paperwork afterwards. So now they've gone ahead and they've filled it up. You've watched them, and if there's more, great, no problem. What you're then going to do is you're going to ask them to take the sample bottle from you, and they are then going to pour, they're going to pour it into the sample bottle, and you want it to go up to 30 mils. So that's where we want it to be, somewhere over this line. There's two raised lines on the sample bottle, and you want it to go up to that line there. Once they've done that, you're going to ask them to close it and lock it. So now it's closed and it's locked. Okay, so we've got a good sample, and it's closed and it's locked into place. You're then going to take, you're then going to ask them to hand that back to you, and you're going to give them this form, and they are going to take off and peel off the security label right off the bottom of the form like this. And they are going to place that across the top. This is again the donor doing all of this. And then they are going to run it down the sides of the sample bottle. You will then hand the bag to the donor. The donor is then going to put the specimen into the small front page, front part of the small little pouch. There's a little pouch at the front, so it's going to go into the front and the small pouch, and then you're going to take the paperwork and you're going to hand it to the donor who's still holding the bag, and you're going to fold the paperwork, and you're going to put this paperwork folded up inside of the bag as well. And there's a big pouch in behind, which is where you're going to put the paperwork. Then you're going to ask them to peel off the adhesive stick, and then they are going to close the pouch and cover off both the slits like that. So now I have the paperwork inside, I have the sample inside in its appropriate spot. I'm now ready to package this up into the box. So the donor again will take this and they will place it in the box, and then they will close the box. You will then take the box and you will bring it back to the drug collection area after you've completed that process, and the box will go into the clinical pack. The clinical pack will be covered off as part of the next video.